Welcome to another Verbling class. Today, we're going to focus on speaking, reading, and comprehension. We'll read one of two stories today. It depends on what students would like to hear. Hi, John. Hi, John.
Sorry, hi, teacher.
Hi, John. Where are you from?
I am from Colombia, from Bogota.
Oh, wonderful. And how is your day going?
Fine day.
Good, good. And Joseph, welcome to class.
Hi, teacher. How are you?
Not too bad. I'm sorry, did we wake you up, Joseph?
Oh, I'm a little tired.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was saying. Did we wake you up?
Yes, I think English wake me up.
Well, we'll try to keep you awake. So, welcome. And Luis, welcome, Luis.
Hi, Simon. How are you?
I'm good, thanks, sir. Good to have you in class again.
Oh, thank you. Nice to
see. Who else do we have? We have Hyde. Hello, Hyde.
Hello, nice to see you again.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And besides Hyde, who else do we have here? Ebby.
Hi,
Hi, where are you from, Ebby?
I'm from Saudi Arabia.
Oh, well, I guess it's midnight now, isn't it? Or early morning?
Yes, it's 1 a.m.
Well, good morning to you then.
Good morning.
And Abel. Hello, Abel.
Hello, teacher. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Welcome to class.
Thank you.
All right, guys, we're going to jump right into our lesson today. What I want everybody to do is to go to Google Drive. So open up Google Drive. Click on Hangout Notes. Oh, my system is hung here. Something strange going on here.
There is a terrible link with. Okay.
Yeah, I don't, and it's all kind of buggered up. So today, I want to know what story you guys would like to read about. Oh, we've got Milk in the class today. That's awesome. Always good to have Milk in the class.
Hello.
We've got a story about a goose, or we've got a story about rain.
What do you say, goose?
The first story is about a goose that has attacked a person and put a person in the hospital. Or we can read a story about raining on the sun. That's right, apparently it does rain on the sun.
Good.
So what I want you guys to do is tell me which story you want. You can either type goose for the first story or sun for the second one, and we'll read the story that most of you are interested in.
What is a goose?
I can't tell you too much about the story yet. Okay, so we have 2 votes for goose.
Goose.
In 5 seconds, I'll close the voting.
Goose.
4,
I don't know how to spell.
3, 2, 1. 3 votes for goose, none for the sun. I would have thought you guys would have thought it'd be cool to have rain on the sun, but that's okay. So give me a second here. I'll get the story set up. Luis?
Yes.
What's the purpose of academic English?
The purpose is we are going to read an article and we have to practice our interpretation skills.
Our comprehension skills.
Yeah, comprehension skills. And
Yep.
after we make a debate about the subject.
Yeah, we'll have a discussion. So that's very good. As you can see, guys, I posted an article in Google Drive, and we're going to take turns reading it. Okay? The focus of this class is not on pronunciation or reading. It's on comprehension. I want to make sure you guys understand what it is we're reading here. Okay? So, as you're reading, ask yourself, what is this about? When other students are reading, focus on what they're saying. Listen. Because the second half of the class, we will have a discussion. Okay? So I'm going to start with Hyde this time. Hyde, could you read the first paragraph? But before you do, I forgot the title of the story. And, well, that's kind of important.
Okay. Another cyclist said a surprise attack by a Canada goose.
Just a minute, Hyde.
Hmm? Pardon?
Okay, there we go. If you could read the title and the first paragraph, please. And you might want to turn up your volume.
My voice is small?
You're quiet, yes.
Oh, really? I don't know why. A cyclist attacked by goose said the bird gave her evil eyes. And whatever cyclist say, a surprise attack by a Canada goose left her with a concussion and a fractured cheekbone, and renewed respect for nature.
Okay. Thank you. John, could you read the next paragraph, please?
Okay, teacher. Carrie Sorman was riding along the Trans-Canada Trail from her home in the South Ottawa neighborhood of Steelville to Carleton Place, Ontario, on June 10, when she came across a family of geese crossing the bike path.
Thank you. Geese.
Geese. Thank you.
Now, this is a weird town, but it uses pretty standard pronunciation, so Stittsville.
Stittsville. It's Stittsville.
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 No, the T's there. Stittsville.
Stittsville.
Very good. South Ottawa.
South Ottawa.
South.
South Ottawa.
South Ottawa.
South Ottawa.
Okay, let's focus on Ottawa. Like O, Ottawa.
Ottawa.
Good. Home.
Home.
Excellent.
Okay,
All
thank you.
right. Next paragraph, please, Joseph.
Surman saw two adult geese and a gaggle of goslings cross before one final adult goose made its way through the trail, and she figured the path was clear.
Figured.
Figured.
Adult goose.
Adult goose.
Gosling.
Goslings.
Goslings. Yeah, very good. The plural. Well done. Excellent. Luis. Next paragraph, please.
I thought, if I just zip past, I'll be fine, Surman said. But I misjudged how fast I was going, and he misjudged my intentions.
Okay, you got it the second time. Let me hear you say the word again.
Misjudged.
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 Yeah, so, but I misjudged how fast I was going, and the goose misjudged my intentions. Misjudged, but in a sentence, misjudged is much softer.
Misjudged. Misjudged.
Misjudged.
Well done on correcting yourself the second time, though. Okay, Abel, next paragraph, please.
Okay, teacher. What I remember is the goose giving me the evil eye, and then goose wrapping its wings around my head, and I can't see, and I hear myself screaming, she said.
Aw, the goose was giving her a hug. Now, it probably wasn't a hug. Let's find out why. Let me hear you say the. The.
The.
No, the, not duh. TH sound here, right? So teeth together, tongue blocking your teeth. When you're ready, remove your tongue. When you relax your tongue, the TH sound comes out. So the. Wow, perfect. Excellent. The. Yeah, the more you practice it, the more you'll get used to it. But when you do that, Abel, it's perfect.
Okay, teacher.
Perfect.
Excuse me, teacher.
Hold on a minute.
Sorry.
Let me finish.
Okay.
That's very important because in English we have a lot of content and function words with the TH sound, the, these, them, that, those, their, though, thought. So the TH sound is very important. So keep practicing that.
Okay.
All right. Somebody had a question?
Yeah, it's me. Sorry to interrupt. Is there any way I can have a copy or a link to download the document?
Open
Because I'm
Google
joining-
Drive and click on Hangout Notes and you'll have access to the document.
I don't know. I'm not sure because I'm joining this class through my iPad.
Then it probably won't work.
Okay.
It's best, I don't know if it does work with the iPad.
Well, I will see, and if I found out how, I will come.
Okay, what I'll do is when it comes to your turn, I'll paste the information in the chat session, but a lot of what I do, such as the highlighting of words, you can't see through the chat.
Okay.
All right. Right.
Thank you.
Ebby,
Sure.
if you could read the next paragraph, please.
Actually, I do not have the document. I opened the Google Drive, but it's empty with me. And I
Yeah,
refreshed.
because you have to
and it's
click
the
on
same.
the Hangout Notes, which is the blue icon.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
It's the same.
All right. I don't know what to tell you. That's how you open it. It's Google Drive. You click on the Hangout Notes and it will come up. If it's not, all I can suggest is leave, come back in, and see if it's working for you. It might be a problem with your browser.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay. Hyde, could you read the next paragraph, please?
The next thing Salmon remembered was that she was lying on the ground and having difficulty getting up.
Excellent, and good pace of speed there, Hyde. Okay, this big long paragraph. John, go ahead, please.
Okay, teacher. With her face swollen after the attack, she tried to flag down a cyclist or passerby to help, and eventually was aided by Steve Wilkins, a pastor at the All Nations Church in Sandy Hill. He called 911 and waited with her until an ambulance arrived.
Ambulance. Sandy Hill.
Sandy Hill.
All Nations Church.
All Nations Church.
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 Yeah, so the CH at the end, don't forget that. Church.
Church.
Better. Steve Wilkins.
Steve Wilkins.
Cyclist.
cyclists,
Cyclist.
cyclists,
Eventually.
eventually,
Passerby.
passerby.
All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Joseph, next paragraph, please.
Okay. 5 days in the hospital after attack. Surman spent 5 days in the hospital after suffering a concussion, fractured cheekbone, face lacerations, including a scar under her eyebrow, and loose teeth. She credits wearing a bike helmet and sunglasses with preventing more serious injuries.
Teeth.
Teeth,
Including.
including
Fractured cheekbone.
fractured cheekbone.
Excellent. Well done. Sorry, that was a bit more like Burnsy off The Simpsons than me. Excellent. Okay, next. Luis.
Ontario's Ministry of Natural Resources says geese attacks are hard, but the birds can be aggressive toward people and pets, and recommends avoiding any conflict with them.
Rare.
Rare,
Air.
air,
Rare.
rare.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like saying air with an R in front of it. Rare. Well done. Abel, if you could read the next one, please.
Okay, teacher. Sherman's husband, Todd Edwardson, said he and his wife had been riding 3 weeks earlier and faced a similar situation.
Thank you. We went by them. I guess we didn't startle them, said Edwardson. So you just don't know. So always best to exercise some caution. Sherman said, she is not physically ready to return to her bike, but when she does, she won't be taking any chances. Hyde, the last paragraph, please.
Yeah, you have to know they are going to attack if they feel threatened, she said.
Yep. And actually, last year, a flock of geese was arrested for holding up a bank. No, I'm just kidding. No, they weren't holding up a bank, although they do hold up traffic every now and then when they cross the road. So my question to you guys, before we get into talking about this story, is this story a true story? Or is it a story that is made up? There are many sites that you can make up false stories. So is this one true, or is it false?
I think it's true.
Okay, Luis?
I think it's true, too.
John?
I think it's true.
Okay, Joseph?
I think it's true.
You guys are all trusting. Hyde?
It's true, because a similar case happened in Japan recently.
No! But was it a Canadian goose? See, these were Canadian geese.
YouTube, some goose is attacking a man.
That's just wrong. Why can't geese behave? Abel, true story or false?
It seems to be true because it's full of details and it's very hard to make up that story.
Not true at all. Hyde and Luis, you've been to my Firkin Files classes before. Do my fake stories have a lot of details in them?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, I have fake. I have a lot of details in my fake stories too.
Good
If you
liar.
look at the bottom of the article, you'll see a picture of this person and her injury suffered from this goose. Now, personally, I've had geese attack me too. Sometimes in the spring they get very defensive and they'll fly up to you and attack you. Although what I did is I kind of kicked the goose and I grabbed him by the neck and just held him there, not choking him but holding him. And very quickly a goose realizes, oops, this is not going well for me. And when you let it go, it'll walk off. So yes, they'll defend themselves and their family, but generally they're not super aggressive. What do you think, Luis?
But this picture look like she received a punch.
You know, it looks like to me, and correct me if I'm wrong, guys, that I think her injuries weren't necessarily the result of the goose, but the goose knocking her off the bike where she fell on the ground and got the injuries from the fall, not necessarily from the goose.
I agree.
Yeah,
Yes,
it looks more like a biking accident.
I agree. A biking accident caused by the goose.
Do you guys know what a Canada goose looks like?
Yeah, it's quite big.
Well, they can look kind of big, but they don't really have any big claws. They don't have any teeth that can bite you with. Like I've had my fingers in the mouth of a goose, and it's like, all right, are you having fun now? You know, like if you've never been near a goose and it goes after you, yeah, it's a little intimidating, but you know, it's like being attacked by a sponge. You know, it's more alarming. So that they have. Let me see if I can get a close-up of a goose's mouth. So, hi, tell us your story about geese attacking in Japan.
No, that case not goose. It's wild boar.
It was a what?
Wild boar, wild pork.
Well, that's very different, Hyde. You say this thing happens in Japan. Well, a boar, they're very vicious.
But wild animal, that's it.
Well, yeah, but that's like saying a wild hamster. What do you have to be afraid of from a wild hamster?
Wild hamster, I don't know. I've never seen wild hamster.
Oh, they're vicious. They got a mean streak a mile wide. Well, let me see. Here's a good one here. No. Let me see. Let's go for a real high-res image here. All right, this is our friend. His name is Eddie the Goose. That's a Canada goose. And as you can see, though, there's not really teeth. It's more or less his bill has grooves in it. Good for, and his tongue, it looks like teeth, but those are grooves, and those help with eating grass, which is pretty well all they eat is mostly grass. Abel, would you be scared or terrified if a goose ran at you? What would you do?
I don't know, because it's running is not a good idea because the goose is trying to chase you. But I think I try to cover my face and try to kick it. I don't know.
Yeah, and you know what? I'd be careful. Like, if you're going to kick the goose, I wouldn't like kick it with the point of your boot because that could really hurt it. It could cause a lot of damage. Because again, they're only defending their area. Once they kind of make an attack, they'll leave you alone. But what you do is you kind of kick them in a way where it's not really hard, but it kind of pushes them away. So that the bottom part of your leg kind of meets with their body, and it's more of a push than a kick.
Yeah.
Okay?
That was I have intended to say. No, not trying to kill it and nothing, not at all.
No, no. And I've had them fly at me too. And if they fly at me, what I do is I kind of grab at their neck and guide them to the ground in a somewhat graceful manner. Again, not to hurt them. I respect them. But generally, once you've done that, they realize you're much stronger. You're not showing them any sort of aggression other than stopping the attack. They'll leave you alone. They'll walk off. Hyde, what do you think causes the goose to charge at a person?
I saw another video. Goose is attacking man. He was walking down the street. Then the goose was very insistent to attack him. He ran away, but somehow he was saved. But he got injured a little. The goose has kids very close to the street, so the goose wanted to protect their kids. Chicks.
Yeah, they're goslings. They're essentially they're baby geese, right? They want to protect them. Okay. John, what do you think? Why do you think geese attack?
I think probably the same that says Hyde, and I think that also because the humans are invading the goose environment.
Yeah, maybe it's nester territory.
Yes.
Okay. Good. Joseph, what do you think?
In this case, I think the people who was walking through the street is guilty for this attack. They need to be worried about the animal life who is who is near them.
Joseph, don't you think people have a right to defend themselves against a goose as well?
Excuse me, I didn't hear well.
Well, so do people not have the right to defend themselves against a goose attack?
Yes, they have to protect themselves.
So what should people do then? Is it the goose's fault or is it people's fault?
What do you say? I don't understand.
I don't know. Like you're saying, it's kind of the person's fault, but then people have the right to defend themselves. So in this case, who's at fault? Is it the goose or is it the person?
In this case, I think people needs to be concerned about the animal life that lives near their town. They didn't they weren't I don't know how to say, they didn't go so close if they know that they are dangerous animals in that area.
Oh. I mean, they're a bird. It's like a large chicken. In fact, chicken have chicken, I don't know if their claws are that sharp at all. But I guess if a chicken was flying at you hard, yeah, it could cause you some scratches. But geese have webbed feet with only small nails on the end. Guys, let's watch a video. I've got a video here of a goose that seems to be unhappy. This goose is not happy with somebody. So if you guys would open your YouTube app within Google here, we'll watch this video of a goose attack in progress. Well, yeah. You guys ready? Okay, here we go. Guys, don't play with the controls. Okay, so there's an example of a goose attack. Hide.
Yeah.
How dangerous did that appear?
Not so much.
No. No,
But
it didn't, did it?
you remember the airplane crash several years ago? The airplane came from New York. Then they're flying. Suddenly they got a goose. All engines, four engines, all engines stopped.
That was in New York City.
Yeah. And then the airplane landed in the Hudson River.
Okay.
It's caused by geese, Canadian geese. Then I heard Canadian geese goose is very big, so usually small bird attacked their engine. It's okay, but geese is very big, so engine stopped.
Well, it doesn't take a very large bird to bring down a plane, even a small bird. If enough of them hit an engine, it would cause the engine to stop, and it might break the engine. It could cause a fire, but flying into a flock of birds can certainly bring down a plane. Okay. Joseph, what did you think of that video?
I think this attack is very funny. They didn't hurt the person who was there. It seems I think the animal only was trying to not was trying that the person don't be close, don't be too close.
Yeah, it looks like the goose is trying to chase the person away, doesn't it?
Yes.
So, Joseph, what happened in our story that we read earlier with the goose?
I think that attack was much stronger. The woman fall from her bike, and she couldn't recover. She couldn't stand up and keep away from the goose.
Yeah, so she's riding a bike, and you think that her injuries were the result of falling off the bike.
I think she hurts because she fall down from the bike away from the animals, from the goose.
I think you're right.
She needed help from her husband.
Yep. I think that's a fair interpretation. Luis, anything else you want to add about the story, what you think happened in the story?
Comparing the attack on this video with the attack told by the story, we easy deduce that her hurt is not made by the goose. It's
Her
made
injuries.
because the hurters, yeah. It's because he fall off or fall down to the from the bike, and who knows, her husband did something with her as well. I don't know.
Wow, accusing the husband. Wow. Okay, well, I want to hear from John and Abel, but before I do that, let's watch another video of a vicious goose attack caught in the United States. Very, very vicious attack here. Let's go live to the source from CNN. Here we go, guys. Open up your YouTube app, and we'll go ahead and watch this video. Again, guys, don't touch the play controls. It affects everybody. All right, here we go. Oh. All right, sorry about the puns there, guys. What does gander mean?
Hmm?
He said, let's take a gander, but what does the word gander mean?
No, I think he said that the goose become gander.
No, he said, let's take a gander, which means let's take a look. But what's another meaning for the word gander? What is the word? Yeah, it's a male goose. Okay, and down is what we refer to as feathers. So goose down, duck down, chicken down, they're feathers. So if you have somebody that says, I have a down-filled coat, that means that's a coat made with feathers. John, what do you think of these ferocious goose attacks?
Okay, I think that in the first case, in the first video, the goose are angry because the people are disturbing, are enclosing, and I think that in the first, it's natural that the goose attacks the people because are disturbing. And in the second, I don't know. I think that this particular goose have a problem. I think.
Okay. Why do you think it is a problem?
I think because this goose attack to every person, and the person are doing are the person are nor are disturbing the goose, nor are attacking the goose, but the goose are always attack the person.
Okay. Is there anything that we can do about this? Anything we can do to prevent these geese attacks?
I don't know. I I think that maybe keep the goose in a friendly environment, and that the people don't disturb. I think.
Yeah. Maybe don't disturb them.
Yes.
Abel, what do you think?
Yes, I think that geese are defending their territory. We need to try to have a special territory for them. I guess using boats with engines and so on is disturbing for them. So we have to try to keep some places, some areas free of boats and human presence, heavy human presence.
So you think this is because people are going into the wild?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. It's because people are basically going where the geese are.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. John, can I show you something?
Sorry?
And actually, John, I'd like to show everybody something. I want to go to YouTube one more time. I have another disturbing video of geese. Let me just cue the video. Where is it? Try that again. Okay, so guys, describe what you see right now, and make sure you're not on mute. But let's start with Luis. Does this look like the countryside, or does this look like an urban area?
It looks like an urban area, for sure.
Yeah. All right. Very good. What do you think, Hyde? Could this be a city someplace?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe park.
Yeah, could be a park within a city. Let's take a little bit more of a look. Okay, so looks like a park outside of an office. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Okay, Joseph. Uh-oh, here we go again. All right, so Joseph, so it looks like this is obviously a place where man has been for a long time. That grass looks like it's been there for a while, that park, those buildings. This is not a wild area. Could you see what was happening?
Yes, yes, I see. I saw it.
Okay, describe what you saw.
Well, I saw a man walking through a park. Suddenly, he saw a goose who was coming to him, and it seems that the goose only was trying to smell him, or only was trying to to figure out what the man was walking through the park, but it seems that the goose don't wanna to attack the man at first, but the man is strike the goose with paper, and as a result of that, I think the goose attacked the man, and the goose doesn't doesn't want to allow the man to walk through this park,
So, do you
and
think that the
he
goose was
was
trying to steal money from the man?
no, he was
No?
trying to defend himself.
Really? Because the man was just walking along the path, and then the goose showed up.
I'm sorry, this is that video what I mentioned about before.
But no, you said a wild boar.
No. I mentioned about goose. A man was walking down the street. Suddenly, goose attacked, and the goose was insisted to attack him again and again because
Okay, well,
the goose had kids close to this street.
okay, guys, I want you to watch this picture here. I took a picture from the video. Now I'm going to make some changes to it. I'm going to adjust the color a little bit. I'm going to improve the sharpness a little bit more. And let's see if I can make out some further details. Let me add a bit more color here. Let's adjust the light color. Let's see here. Okay, so again, a little bit more adjusted. I want to bring the brightness up and contrast. And maybe you'll see something here as to why the goose attacked. Okay, so here was the original image. And now, take a look at this image. So what do we see in this image? Let's go to John. John, what do you see in this image?
Sorry, in which app is the image? In
What do
Google
you mean,
Drive?
which app?
In the left, and I mean in YouTube or in Google Drive or
What you see right in front of you.
okay, I see an app with a capture is the name, and I see, yes, I think it's the screen.
Okay, so let me skip you. I don't know what you're seeing. You've obviously pressed something else there. Joseph, what do you see in the image?
I see a goose standing up
Okay, so we've got
in
a
the
goose.
in the park.
Okay.
I see two chairs, public chairs.
Okay.
Blocks of rock behind the chairs, and a lot of grass area, uh, and I don't know how to say, dry dry uh, dry herb.
Okay, well, let me stop you there. So let's back up. I think one thing that you mentioned is important is what we see right here is this goose. Okay. Luis, do you see anything else here that might indicate the reason why this goose attacked this person?
I guess I'm seeing another goose hiding on the grass.
You mean right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, and look, this is where the person was walking.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So, and which direction did the goose attack from?
From the right side
Yeah.
to the left side.
By attacking from this side, the person was distracted and didn't see the female goose, which was sitting on a nest of eggs.
Oh.
Okay. So now let's have a discussion of responsibility here. Really, this goose should have known better. You shouldn't have a nest that close to a major path. What do you think, Luis? Do you think the goose is at fault here?
Actually, I think it's the government, the city government fault, because why there are goose in an urban area?
So you think it's the city because the geese? Well, let me ask you this: do you think it's the fault of the city because they built a city on wild land that used to be the home for the geese? Huh?
Yes, I've never seen geese on the real streets before.
Well, they're Canada geese, so we see them a lot in North America. But geese, generally, like a lot of birds, go back to the same place every year. Now, 500 years ago, I don't know about Brazil, but in North America, there weren't really many settlements. Every year, as geese come back, they're finding more and more territory with houses, parks, buildings. So some of them will nest on a roof. They still find a place to have their family. But obviously, this brings them in conflict with us.
So it's a tradition in Canada to.
Sorry?
So it's a kind of tradition in Canada. The people there live with the goose together.
Well, not in the same house, but yeah. Same with the U.S. When I go to work, I see them almost every day. And here's what I do. If a goose comes up to me or starts doing this, neck out, making a sound, I'll make a sound back to them. I'll do this. In goose language, that is very offensive. That means I'm going to attack.
So you have to run away.
So you've got this little goose coming up to me going, now you've got me who's much bigger, and I look at it and go, a lot louder. The goose does this.
Yeah, you have to teach goose language to people.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. No, you'll see it. Like they'll look at you and they'll be like, "What happened? I didn't know you spoke goose." And most of the times that will work. Now sometimes if they start making that sound and coming up to me, I will walk more aggressively to it. Right? I'm not hitting, I'm not punching, but I'm showing a slightly more aggressive movement. Now, with geese, especially this time of year, you got to watch. Well, do they have a nest close by? It's like at birds. How many of you will have a bird build a nest near your house or in your patio? Well, it's a bird. Generally, you tolerate the bird for about a month until it has its young, and they fly away. Most of us will do that. Geese, it's kind of the same thing. They're not a real threat. Yes, if you've got little children, their wings could hurt, maybe even break a bone, but that's why you're with your kids, right? But geese don't mean well. When they charge you, it's because you're close to the territory, they're young, That's the main reason.
But its attack hurt?
Well, look at that first story about the woman, right? She claims that the goose caused those damages. And let's go ahead and take a look again. You guys have seen a lot of videos of geese attacking. And I don't know, this video, does it look like it's a result of a goose attack? Because to me, this injury looks like her face hit the ground and she slid. It could have been caused by the goose. Obviously, it was not enjoyable. But if you look at that picture of the woman, I mean, she got hurt. But to me, that doesn't look like the results of a goose attack.
Simon, I'm not sure about what hurts these people. Wasn't the attack itself.
Sorry?
I can say that the attack of the gooses didn't hurt the people. The people in those videos hurts because they fall down or they were scared, too scared, and they didn't know what to do.
Secondary injuries, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like if Luis pushed me. He did this, all right? That's not very violent, but I trip. I step on a rake. The rake comes up, hits me in the back of the head. I trip the other way. I fall down, land on a nail in a piece of wood. I scream, I roll over, and I get stung by a bunch of bees. Now, I'm in bad shape. I'm hurting. I need to go see the doctor or the hospital. But Luis didn't really do that. Now, he was the cause. His action started the series of events. So it's like the goose attack. The initial attack by the goose probably didn't cause those injuries, but because of the reaction to the goose attack, yeah, she was injured because of the goose attack, but not due to the goose itself. Okay, I want to wrap things up a little bit. I have another class in 1 hour, so whenever I do that, I like to end the class on time, so it gives me a bit of a chance to have something to eat. My next class is on pronunciation. We're going to do word pairs, tongue twisters, and I want you to come to class with words that you have trouble saying or enunciating. And we're going to do that in 1 hour. Do you guys have any final questions?
No, teacher, interesting class.
No.
I always try to keep it interesting. All right,
Thanks.
maybe next time we have this class, we'll talk about rain on the sun. Yes, believe it or not, it does rain on the sun.
Whoa.
It's not a freaking files.
It could be another Firkin files, that's correct. But thank you guys for choosing me as your teacher tonight. I hope to see you again in about an hour.
Thank you, teacher. Bye, guys.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. See you.